Well, hello, SNHU 107 students, and welcome to week 3 in your SNHU 107 class. I am Melanie Shop, your SNHU 107 learning community gal, here to talk to you about what's due in week 3, but also to chat about your why and why it is so important to use resources both inside and outside of your classroom space for your success. First and foremost, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It is our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. As a reminder, the Online Accessibility Center team is here to help you get content in a way that works best for you and your learning style. A couple of webinar reminders that this is an academic space, so always be mindful of your conduct. These learning community webinars are not mandatory, so they're not required. They are not graded, no extra credit points, but we will cover the concepts and assignments in your SNHU 107 class from week to week, and hopefully they bring you a little bit of joy and make you smile along your academic journey. A couple of week 3 module 3 reminders is y'all, please make sure that you are consistently reading and checking your course announcements in your Brightspace classrooms. Your instructors spend a lot of time creating those announcements, and they often share tips for your success, reminders, how to do different assignments. There's so much that they put in there, so don't miss out on reviewing those course announcements. And always make sure that you are consistently checking your SNHU University email. That is how the university communicates with you, so it's really important that you are consistently checking that. Also, if you have questions, you're overwhelmed, you're stuck on something, you're not sure about something, or you have something that's come up, please make sure that you are communicating with your faculty, especially if you have questions or concerns. We want you to be successful, so please do not hesitate to reach out to us for your success. So this week in week 3, we're going to be talking a lot about our why and the resources we have literally a click away and at our fingertips for our success in achieving our goals. So I wanted to just take a minute and have you think about, like, why did you start this academic journey? What or who is your why for earning your degree? So some examples, for some of you, maybe it's for loved ones. Maybe you want to show you want to showcase some hard work. Maybe you want to be the first in your family to earn a college degree. Maybe you're trying to show your significant other or your children or your parents that you are capable of this, and like you want to earn the degree because that is what is motivating you and driving you. Maybe you're somebody that you want to change your lifestyle. You want to be able to buy things or afford things that you can't right now. Maybe for some of you, you just want the degree because you've always wanted one, or you want to just learn and keep learning and continue upon this journey. Maybe you need the degree for work. Maybe you're just really passionate about a degree, for example, in psychology. Maybe you were a business major and now you're back getting a psychology degree because that's the passion you want to follow. That's just an example. But whatever it is, it's so important to remember your why. And for some of you, it is 100%. This is for you. One thing I want to point out to you is that your college degree is something that nobody can ever take away from you. Meaning that when you put in that work and you put in that time and you put in that energy to pass your classes from term to term, when you get that diploma, you have earned it and nobody can take that away from you. So it is such an incredible experience, and we're so thankful that you have chosen us here at SNHU to support your success. So a couple of things I wanted to point out to you is you have so many resources both inside and outside the classroom here at SNHU. What I want you to remember is you have the SNHU resources. Those are the people and departments here at SNHU. Examples, this is not a comprehensive list, but examples would be like your instructors, your advisors, our career team. It's never too early to work with our career team. The academic support services, they have the written feedback, they have workshops, they have tutors. In SNHU Connect, you can find the learning communities and clubs and organizations. There's the libraries a click away, the help desk, the list goes on, but that's just a few of the SNHU resources. So remember, when you do your assignments this week, SNHU resources are the people, places, and things here at the university. Think people and departments, okay? Now, outside the classroom, you also have resources that are personal to you. And we call those social supports. So social supports are people, places, things outside of SNHU. Examples of this would be like your significant other, parents, kids, friends, coworkers, extended family, pets count. But none of it matters, right, if you are not the one that is connecting yourself with these resources. So as you begin to navigate this week's assignments, I wanted to give you kind of an overview of what and who is an SNHU resource and what and who is an example of a social support. This week, here in Module 3, you have a few assignments. First and foremost, make sure you review all the videos, readings, web pages, and resources in the required resources section. You have a warm up this week, and you have a journal assignment. So let's talk a little bit about those assignments. I will go through the actual classroom environment and go through them with you, but I wanted to talk real quick about situations that you might find yourself in as you're navigating your academic journey, because it ties into your assignments this week. So first and foremost, can you read minds? Do I have any mind readers in with me today? Most often when you have questions or you're stuck, a lot of people get nervous to reach out. Maybe we had a bad experience with asking for assistance prior. Maybe we just don't want somebody to think that we're less than smart, or we don't want to bother anybody. But I want you to know that you need to learn how to be your own best advocate and press what I like to call the easy button and ask for assistance when different things come up. Now, I'm going to talk about some situations that students have found themselves in, and I guarantee you, you will never be the first one that has a situation happen to you. And what to do so that if this happens this term or in a future term, you know that you have resources that you can lean on and connect with for your success so you can continue upon your degree path to earn your college diploma. Okay. So as a reminder, like I mentioned, those university department resources, the SNHU resources, you have so many ways to access them. You can access the departments and people here at SNHU via My SNHU. You can also access them from the Brightspace menu, at the top. All of the SNHU departments have a phone number to call. They have an email address that you can email. And then as far as like your faculty and some of the tutors, some of them even text message. And then a lot of the departments do webinars, like academic support does webinars, the career team does webinars, the learning community does webinars, the library does webinars. There's a lot of different resources out there for you that are literally just a connect, like a click away. And I like to remind students that everybody's comfortable with connecting with resources in a different manner. And there's a variety of ways that you can do that for your success. Now, some situations you might find yourself in and why it's so important to connect with your resources is to ask early. So let's say that you have questions now, and we're in week 3, right? You have questions about the Module 7 final project. Don't wait until Module 7. Ask now. Maybe you are planning ahead for, like, maybe you're getting married, or maybe you're having a baby, or maybe your work schedule changes and it's going to be later, if down the term. Don't wait to make plans for your success. Make those plans and ask about if you can, work ahead or get caught up early. Okay. Ask when you don't understand. Often we have questions on something, we're not sure of something. Maybe the technology is all new to us and we're not sure how to navigate things or where to click. That's okay. Reach out and ask when you don't understand something. This can even be if you don't understand. Maybe your instructor graded an assignment and you're not really sure what they're telling you that you did well or you didn't do well, or how to get to this resource that they recommended. If you're not sure, reach out to them and ask when you don't understand. I always tell students to reach out when there's a situation. This could be as simple as life has happened to you and you have fallen behind. Life can get the best of us sometimes. We can make our study time, we can make our plans, but sometimes the week gets away from us. Kids get sick, we get sick, we could lose loved ones, we might have our hours change at work, we might have like a snowstorm or a hurricane, or Wi-Fi went out or electricity went out. I mean, I've had students that have like broken fingers, broken arms. Things happen in life. Tablets get broken, computers just black screen of death and they never come back on. And you get sick. I mean, there's so many things that happen because you're human, and your instructors are human too. So when something has happened in your life, if there is a reason that you are not going to be able to turn in an assignment on time, let your instructor and advisor know, okay? Or like I had a student one term that hurricane wasn't supposed to be coming their way, ended up coming their way. They lost all power. They didn't have power for a couple of days. Well, as soon as they had it, they reached out to me like, hey, Professor Shop, this is what happened. Oh my goodness. Like, can I please get caught up? Of course you can. When we know, we can support you in your success. When we don't know and you just fall off the face of the earth, don't return calls, don't return emails, don't turn in assignments, there's not a lot we can do. We will keep reaching out, but you're the one that has to put in that energy to connect with us for your success and stay on track. Another situation I like to talk to students about is to reach out when you are frustrated. Sometimes we might not understand feedback. We might not understand a technical aspect of our class. We might have an assignment that's like not uploading right, or something happened when we thought we posted and then it really didn't show up. Like whatever might have happened, if those things come up, reach out to the SNHU help desk, reach out to your instructor, reach out to your advisor, like let us know so we can best support you in your success. Remember to take a deep breath. And if you're calling or you're emailing, like be respectful, be polite. That old saying, you attract more bees with honey than vinegar, right? So remember that even when you're frustrated, but it's so important to reach out so we can connect with you and help support your success. Because the biggest thing for you to know here at the university is that you do not have to do this degree alone. And I love this quote by Liz Lamore: sometimes asking for help is the bravest move you can make. You don't have to go it alone. Like reach out for your success. We want to support you. We want you to do well here at the university. It's really important to us that you are able to actually connect and ask those questions and feel comfortable. So if you're somebody that you have struggled with reaching out or asking for assistance before, like don't let that hold you back. College is expensive. Be your own best advocate. You have paid for these resources as part of your tuition, so reach out and utilize those departments for your success. So as a reminder, a couple things as far as Module 3, you can find everything under course menu. Learning modules. When you click on learning modules, you want to scroll down. We're in week 3. Click on week 3. Remember, y'all, click on module 3 or click on the module introduction always. It'll go over the learning objectives, the module overview. You want to scroll down, click over. And it'll bring you to that required resources section. The required resources section will have any videos you need to watch and assigned reading from textbooks or other web pages or resources as necessary, okay? So make sure you're scrolling through all of those. And also sometimes there's some additional optional support for you too, which is always good to help drive those concepts home. This week in Module 3, you have that 3-1 warm-up. Remember, warm-ups are like an open book quiz. You get multiple attempts. There's no time limit. You can retake them as many times as you need to for your success. I always encourage students to review the required resources and anything within the module, and then go ahead and take those warm-ups. Remember, you have a click start quiz to begin your attempt. It'll auto grade. If you don't like your grade, you can go back in the same way and retake it, okay? Warm-up is due by Sunday of week 3. My classroom looks just a little bit different, y'all, because I'm an instructor, and so I don't have some of the same buttons that you have. The other assignment you have is that 3-2 journal time prioritization, what works for you. Remember, for an overview of your assignment and to submit it, always click on guidelines and rubric. It'll pull up an overview of the assignment, plus it'll talk you through the different directions. So this week you are going to be answering these questions that are outlined underneath the directions. But remember, you have a template. So you need to have that Microsoft Word or something compatible so you can actually just click right on that little template document and open it up for your success. Remember, you can click on Enable Editing, which then allows you to type directly in the template. So this week's template assignment is question 1 is to identify at least 2 SNHU resources that'll help you most in prioritizing your time, and explain how using these resources will support your success. So you need to pick at least 2 SNHU resources, which I've already talked about in the webinar at the beginning. Remember, the SNHU resources are the people and departments here at SNHU. So you're naming them. So for example, let's say the learning community. Actually, let's say SNHU Connect. Okay. And then you want to explain why. So explain why, right? And you want to have at least 2. So make sure that you list the resource and then explain why in those complete sentences, okay? So remember, you can type right in here. If you want to name more than 2, that's fine, but you have to have at least 2. Question 2 is very similar. However, this is to identify at least 2 social supports. Remember, social supports are what? people, places, things outside of SNHU. So do not put your advisor here. Do not put SNHU Connect here. Do not put academic support. This is where you put like friends, family, loved ones, maybe faith-based organizations, community organizations, whatever or whoever it is outside of SNHU that'll help support you in prioritizing your time. So you're going to list them. So I might say here, you know, like my husband, and then explain why. Again, complete sentences, make sure you have those details included. And then question 3 talks a little bit about the learning community. So as you know, in SNHU Connect, there is a learning community dedicated to SNHU 107. SNHU Connect itself has tutors in there. There's clubs, organizations, allows you to connect with classmates. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. But in SNHU 107 Learning Community, I post webinars, some focus video information, some motivational things. And so what you want to do is you want to take a minute and explore SNHU Connect, okay? And then you would want to identify, so pick 2 opportunities that you might find within the learning community or SNHU Connect that will really help connect you here to the university. So you want to write that response right here. Remember, write in complete sentences, and I will show you when I do the class tour too, where you can find the learning community in case you haven't been in there yet. And remember, you do have to have a login for SNHU Connect that is created about 7 to 10 days after you register for classes. So you should have a login. If you don't, you can reach out to the help desk. They'll get you all set. The last question is to explain how you will take ownership of your future academic success by prioritizing your time by using the resources, social supports, and learning community opportunities. So you just want to answer that question there. Remember, you save it and then you upload it underneath the assignment area for your success, okay? A couple of things that I wanted to point out is for academic support. If you click on academic support, pulls up the menu of services. Here's that written feedback. You can click on try it now, upload and submit any drafts. Like if you wanted to submit your journal assignment, this is a great time to do it. Select, there'll be a little questionnaire that pops up. Select the most important area for your tutor to focus on, and they get targeted feedback back to you within 12 hours, okay? The other thing I wanted to point out is you can find the learning community by clicking on a couple of ways, actually. Course menu, click on learning modules, and if you click right on learning community, and then click the blue, gets you to where you want to go, learning community. There's a helpful video that you can watch for login instructions in case you're stuck, but then you can click right on SNHU 107 learning community. And when you do that, you will see that students are in there like posting things, asking questions. Actually what I wanted to show you is you can go up to the search button up here and you can search for different things within the community. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I pointed that out. Also, as a reminder, if you click this down arrow and click on online student services, that pulls up all the departments here at the university that are considered an SNHU resource. Remember, SNHU resources are the people in the departments here at SNHU where social supports are anybody and everybody outside the classroom, right? So this gives you a great list of all the departments, from advisors to the bookstore, to the library, to financial services, utilizing InfoBase, SNHU Connect, SNHU Wellness. There's a ton of stuff that's on here for you to list underneath that SNHU resources question. So remember, quizzes, journals due by Sunday. You can always turn them in earlier as convenient for you. Have an amazing week 3. Use your resources, and remember, you got this.